Hello there everyone, this is Calvix96 or HD, and it's been a while, but I'm not going to say why because I've just been fucking lazy. So, let's get to business. I missed the Rock's countdown to Ghosts, and I'm not sure if he did it. Maybe it didn't show up in my sub box, but I thought, I'm gonna do this shit, and I'm just gonna get myself hyped for this game, and maybe some of you guys too. So, we're starting off right here with day one, well, day 7, I think. So that's Monday, 28th of October. Yes, that's right. And we're going to go over all the weapons in this episode. Um, so you know what weapons are there. Probably most of you have heard this, but you know, for some people they're new, and I'm going to try and show a picture of everything. And I'm not sure if they're the right pictures, but let's just jump right in. So the first weapon on my list is the AK from the assault rifles. Is the AK-12. It's just a modern version of the AK-47. Then there is the ARX-160, which is, according to the game, the fastest firing AR in the game with reduced recoil for the first 3 rounds. The next AR is the FAD, the Fusil Automatico Doble, and it's a weapon that you've all seen in Modern Warfare 3 with the bullpup cartridge design. Next is the Honey Badger, which is based on the AR-15. But shoots 7.62 rounds and has a built-in suppressor, so that leaves you with more options for attachments because you won't show up on the radar already. After that, you got the MSBS. It's a 3-round burst bullpup weapon, probably much like the Type 95 from MW3. Then we get the R5 RGP, which is a modern combat rifle with high damage and range, according to the game. SA-805 is the next one. It's a versatile full auto assault rifle, according to the game. I couldn't find too much, and I didn't really try to find too much. And then last but not least, for the ARs, is the SC-2010, which is a high power AR with a special muzzle brake for reduced recoil. So now we've got the ARs, we'll jump right into the submachine guns. First submachine gun up is the Bison. It's a 9mm weapon, and it looks a lot like the PP90 from Modern Warfare 3, you know, the one that's overpowered when you fire it from the hip and everything. So yeah, you know, everyone knows it probably if you've played Modern Warfare 3. Then afterwards is the CBJMS, which is it's a compact SMG capable of penetrating light armor because of its high bullet velocity. Next up is the K7, which is a submachine gun also with a built-in suppressor, which again leaves you with other options for attachments. Next up is the MTAR-X, which is a smaller version of the MTAR, and that's just the TAR-21 from Modern Warfare 2. Another submachine gun is the Vector CRB. We know this one as well. It's been in the last couple of Call of Duty titles. And then there is the VEPR, which is set to be a small AK-74-like submachine gun with a bullpup design. So now we've covered the ARs and submachine guns, it's time to move on to light machine guns. So the first light machine gun on the list is the Emily, A-M-E-L-I. It's an LMG with an air-cooled barrel and built-in flash suppressor. And then there's a prototype LMG, which is called the Chainsaw, and it's an LMG that can only be fired from the hip. You hold it really like a chainsaw, and then you just fire bullets like mad, like a minigun, but then not a minigun. And then the next is the LSAT, which is an LMG with supposedly low recoil, and the M27 IAR, and that's just really like an assault rifle, but then with a higher ammo capacity and maybe a little more damage. I don't know. And those two will probably be very familiar to you if you've played Battlefield 3. Then we go on to something new. Well, not something new. It's been in World at War already. They're marksman rifles. They're just semi-automatic rifles, like sniper rifles or like the FAL, which usually shoot like as fast as you can pull the trigger and do like 2-3 shot bullet damage up close and 2-3 shot kills up close and all. So the first weapon is the IA-2, which is just an FAL made out of polymer, if I'm correct. Then the MK14 EBR, which is similar to the rifle we had on MW2. Then we have the MR28, which is a different version of the MR308. Then we have the SVU, and that's a bullpup variant of the SVD with lower recoil because it can have a pistol grip or something. Next up are the real sniper rifles. These are, I believe, all bolt action rifles. The first one is the L115, the L115, which we've all seen in MW3. Then is the Lynx, which is a bullpup designed sniper rifle with like tank piercing bullets, if I'm correct. And then we have the Remington, well not Remington, but the USR. It's a highly customizable bolt action rifle. That's really all I could find. Well, that's all I searched for really. And then there is the VKS. It's a straight pull bolt action with built-in suppressor. So again, they seem to like built-in suppressors this game. Like they've given pretty much every category of weapons a weapon with a built-in suppressor. So maybe they want to encourage you to use other things than suppressors by letting you use a weapon that already has a suppressor. So, well, enough guessing. Move on to the shotguns, which the first shotgun is the FB6. It's a pump action 12 gauge shotgun, just standard issue, like the Dispatch 12, like the what's the shotgun from Black Ops 2 that everyone uses, the first one. Then there's the MAUL, which is an acronym for Multi-Shot Accessory Underbarrel Launcher, and it's a semi-automatic shotgun, and it says you can also use it really as an underbarrel shotgun, but I'm not too sure about that. And then there's the MTS 255, which is like a double barrel shotgun, but then with a revolver-like 5-round system. So it's really long, and it's got this revolver-like thing with 5 shotgun shells in it. So we'll see how that pans out. Next up are the handguns. They're really standard. You know, the first one up is the 44 Magnum, a 6-round revolver, high damage, low recoil because of its built, because of the way it's built. Then there's the M9A1, which is just an M9, but they say it's easier to reload because of some sort of grip thing. Then there's the MP443, which is just a semi-automatic handgun, and the P226, which is just a semi-automatic handgun, and the PDW, which I believe should be the VBR or something along those lines, and it's a 3-burst handgun, so like the M93 and the B23R. Then we go to launchers, and I'm kind of worried about the last two, maybe only the last, but first up is the Panzerfaust, which seems to be a free-fire shoulder-mounted rocket. Then there's the Castet, which is a thumper-like launcher, you know, one of those thumper things, you know, from Modern Warfare 2, I think it was. And then there's the MK32 or M32, and that is a war machine, really. It's a 6-shot revolver-like launcher. And I'm not sure how that's going to work in Call of Duty if everyone can have it. But next up, well, not next up, last but not least, we have the Riot Shield. And it's just pretty much the same, but it's got an arced top part so that you have protection from above a little bit. So yeah, that's all for today. That's all the weapons. Let's see, tomorrow we will go over perks, I think, because perks are completely different now. So I really hope you enjoyed watching this. This was actually some World at War gameplay for those of you who hadn't noticed. I totally forgot to mention. I just played some games, but it was full of hackers, so that I really couldn't get much. But this is pretty decent, if I say so myself. So I hope you enjoyed. This was Scout96HD, and I'm out.